So thank you, Spring. Thank you, Stephanie. What I was going to say, guys, is right now, two sides of it, right? Top 25. What I would do a closeout top 25. I will go back to the older top 25 and then extract the players, the people that you almost had. Maybe they didn't have money. Maybe the excuse was time, and then get good at objections, overcoming those objections and closing it today. I would not spend time in the cold market right now with the first exposure. It's just you're spinning your wheels on a closeout night. You want to get the low hanging fruit. That's what we mean by that. So make sure that you're following up, and your game needs to be a follow-up game from those top 25s, but keep record by extracting the top players from every top 25 that you have into a brand new top 25, and make sure that you're not spinning your wheels on that. The next one, it's the other form aside from the top 25 is the PHP client follow-up filter. This is the time where you go back to your pipeline, and maybe you were missing documents. Maybe you couldn't submit an application. This is the time to submit those applications that were pending, or maybe, for some reason PHP didn't accept them. This is the time to go back and get those points and close it out tonight. The other thing was, Coach already touched on it, but calling your beneficiaries, it's a great way to expose them, to get a policy placed on them. And internal consumption is always going to be there for you to grab. And it's not about the money and how much they can spend. It's about the principle of having something. It can be an $8 app. It can be a $10 app. Take advantage of ART, which is an annual renewable term policy. I will be putting everybody on the ART until further notice. Do a 6-month review, an annual review later on. But I would convert those ARTs later. But right now, you want to get something on your team for moral authority and make sure that you get that done. Besides that, the last point, guys, because we suffered this last month, make sure that you submit to the right carrier. I took that nugget from Stephanie, but make sure that you're submitting in good order. IGO, in good order. Go to the back office, download the IGO stuff, and make sure the simple things will take you out from getting your points. Go out there, get your points, guys. Just submit in good order. Very simple. Don't leave anything on the application blank. That's all I got, Coach.
I like the ART idea, because you have a lot of people that might say, well, the income's not where it needs to be. Well, ART, we can make sure you can get you something. $8, $10, $11 an application, and then we'll review it in 6 months from now, because you don't expect your situation to be the same 6 months from now, right? 12 months from now. That's such a great internal consumption app. That was a good idea. All right, I like it. Cool. Any other marketing directors on the call? I can't see everybody, guys.
I'll share a few. Curtis, this is Chella.
Hey, Chella.
Hey, Curtis. One of the things that I know has helped the team, if you're running for a promotion, sometimes you may find it hard for someone to help you on your team, help you hit your promotion. So it's always good to drive their promotion and get your team promoted to even if it's the small promotions like 333. Why? Because those are so tangible. You can knock those out in a day. And usually that promotion should be done in a day anyway. And so for those people who haven't hit the associate promotion, shoot for that today. They haven't gotten anybody yet. So those are going to be the first people that they talk to anyway, that are going to care about them anyway, that is going to be a best friend anyway, a family member, a parent, whatever that is. So associate promotions are really good to knock out. You knock out 3 of those and you're more than halfway done with your director promotion. And then also I would follow up with your clients who have already trusted you with their life, with policies. Follow up with those people on asking them how they are and present the business. They already know what you do. They already know what you offer. It's not anything shady. It's business, and you just gave them a policy for life, and they already trust you. So offer them a business opportunity. You're already familiar with them. Don't rule out those clients that you have as not being a business partner with you. So I would say promotions, associate promotion, and then also follow up with your clients in regards to the business. I don't know of anyone who's not opposed to making more money. So I would say that.
That's so good. And by the way, your clients are your best business partners. I can give you stories all day. All right. Hart was one of them. He was a client first. Easy's business partner after that. So that's such a good idea. Yes, you guys are teaching me. This is a good training, guys. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Anything?
How you doing, Kurt? Can you hear me?
I can.
All right. Yeah, those are all good points. Everyone kind of talked about making sure everything is in good order. Go after your low-hanging fruits. But number one, you need to know what your target is. I love what Chella said. Recruit from the lowest trainee. Get them promoted. And so just be transparent. Those people, those trainees that need 3, 3, and 3, basically go after those people that you know that will support you, and they're looking for, and they're pretty much just waiting on you to ask, and you just have to be transparent with them and say that, look, I'm going at this. My company is offering a promotion today. I need to recruit X amount of business partners, and I want you to be one of them. With this promotion, I will increase my pay by 10%, which is significant. Wouldn't you agree in this time of pandemic? And so, can you help me? And just be point blank and to the point. The second thing is strategy. Because you have a time limit here when you can submit applications, you have to know how much points you need, right? And you need to be able to submit those points before 10 o'clock. And sometimes, so you want to work them in tandem, recruit and writing apps, because the writing apps takes time. It takes time. It has to be submitted. And then the recruiting part, depending on what time zone they're in, right? You can always, that extra 2 hours, that's when you can bring in the recruits. But the majority that you need, obviously you need them both. But your goal should be to submit your apps as soon as possible and get that out the way. And probably, I know we had to do this on the last run. About an hour before the deadline, I had to stop looking at recruiting. I had to just concentrate on make sure the points got in. And that was kind of tight, right? It was kind of tight because you have all these apps you're trying to get in. You're trying to make sure those points get across. And so give yourself a little time. I'd say maybe an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. Concentrate on getting your apps through, and then obviously collect the information for your recruits, right? Collect the information for recruits. But if you have someone else that can put them in, then so be it. Then you can work in parallel. So I'm speaking to those that feel that they're out there by themselves. Feel they're out there by themselves, and they don't have a 16. They don't have 16 like we used to have in the office, where we would have people putting recruits in or helping with apps. Now you don't have that kind of support pretty much right now. Everyone's just working through Zoom and trying to get everything done, which has its pros, but it also has its cons. And so there you go again, be transparent with your low-hanging fruit, those that you know that you can call on. Like they always say this, but it's true. Those you can call at 2 o'clock in the morning and they will get up out of bed and come and get you. So if you can think of 3 people, if you need 3 recruits, if you can think of, let's do it this way. If you can think of 10 people that'll do it, 10, 3, 1, if you can think of 10 people that'll do it, you're well on your way. All right, so that's pretty much what I have, Craig.
Legit. Okay. I think we put together a nice little PowerPoint training, in less than 10 minutes.
Sorry, I have a couple more that I thought about that are big. Don't forget, you guys, also to blend when you guys are doing your policies. So if you have a spouse and they have children, both spouses, they both need permanent insurance, and then they also need term insurance to cover their children. And then also you want to get terms on the kids. On the term policy, or not term, but you want to get insurance, policies, just permanent policies for the kids. So the parents get term and permanent, and then the kids get permanent policies. So you want to make sure that way you're getting app count, and then you're also going to be getting more points that way. At the very, very least, get child riders. So at the very least, make sure that if every policy, if they're not getting a policy on the child, get a rider, because it's going to give you another $15, $20 onto that app. That's going to help you push up your points a little bit more. And then also, if you are doing intake forms and you're going to be looking for help at the end of the night, possibly, make sure that you are writing very legibly on those things, because you can screenshot those intake forms and send them to somebody else to help you input the apps. But if we can't read it, then it's for none. So make sure you're writing legibly on those.
That's such a big point. Those little riders, child riders do not count as an extra app. It's just attached to the policy. Okay. But it counts as income. And if you're doing math, all right, I'll do simple math for you guys. Say $15 per family. Okay. If 100, that's 180 additional points times 10 apps a month. That's 1,800 total extra, 1,800 extra points you would have got if you would have did $15. Okay. Which is, if you do a child rider's program, it'll be anywhere from $10 to $15 extra. Okay. And that's 180 additional points. You times it by 10. That's 1,800 points. 1,800 points if you have 15 agents, okay? If you have 15 agents on your team, I'm trying to show you the building process of it. Just taking that little deal. If you have 1,800 points extra a month and you have 15 agents that did that, that's 27,000 extra points a month. This child riders. That's not even their own application. 27,000 points extra a month for 12 months straight. That's an extra 324,000 points on child riders. That's an extra $12,000 more in income for a director. That's $46,000 in income override for AMD. And if you run GB, of course, that's an $81,000 in income for the MD. Child riders. Don't get twisted. Those little child riders y'all talk about, they compound if you guys plan on building an agency. All right. So wanted to bring that up. Good points, guys. We wanted to be off this call at 5:31. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Hopefully that added value to you guys on some quick points. Go implement now. Let's take your highlights of what you took. I mean, there was more than enough ammo that came at you. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And plus mines, that's 6 people, 6 times 3 at 18 points, probably 18 to 20 points to be able to use to close out the next couple